Hi everyone, good afternoon. This is Teacher Rack once again, your online English teacher. For today's video, we will have science. Oh, it sounds interesting, right? Well, if you're ready, let's get started.
Careful with electricity! TV, fridge, and the washing machine all need electricity. Lights, air guns, and your kitchen machines, wow, use the electricity. Watch out, you must use it carefully. Without electricity, oh my, it's way too dark. Oh no, it's uncomfortable. Watch out, you must use it carefully. Zap, 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 ooh. Zap, 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 ooh. Zap, 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 ooh. Zap, 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 ooh. Careful with electricity. If your hands are wet, you cannot touch electrical outlets. Never ever put anything inside of an outlet. Careful, please be careful everyone. Without electricity, oh my, it's way too dark. Oh no, it's uncomfortable. Watch out, you must use it carefully. Zap, 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 ooh. Zap, 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 ooh. Zap, 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 ooh. Zap, 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 ooh. Careful with electricity.
Now, this afternoon, we are going to talk about electricity, and that is in chapter 6 on your textbook. But what do you know about electricity, class? All right. So, as you can see, I have here a picture of TV. Now, when we are going to use our TV, we will use electricity to make our TV works, right? Also, the light, our lights, we use electricity to light up the bulb. This is a bulb, B-U-L-B, okay? And then, for our cell phones or mobile phones, we use electricity in order that we can use our mobile phones as well. And in cooking, we also need, or some of us need, electricity to cook our food. Nowadays, electricity is very important in our lives. Without electricity, I guess it's very difficult. Do you agree? I think so. Now, where does electricity come from? Or what are the sources of electricity? This is our topic for today. But before discussing the lesson, we will have the vocabulary first. There are 15 vocabularies that we are going to know in this lesson. Number 1 is, of course, electricity. Then you have there power station. Number 3 is pylons. Number 4 is power poles. Number 5 is turbines. Number 6 is socket, and number 7 is wires. Then you have number 8, renewable. 9, non-renewable. 10, petrol. 11, natural gas. 12, running water. 13, geothermal. 14 fossil fuels, and 15 generators. We will know what is or what are the meanings of these words as we discuss the topic. Okay? Moving on, I am going to present pictures and or together with the words, okay, so that we will understand what are the meanings of those words. Number one, this is a picture of power station. Okay, this is an example of power station. And this one is what we call pylons. These are example of pylons. While this one is an example of power poles. Power poles are smaller than pylons. Okay. We have here a picture of turbines or turbine. It's kind of very dangerous, right? And then this is a picture of socket or socket. And then this is or these are pictures of wires. Okay? Please remember these words. Okay? Next will be we will know about the sources of electricity. You have the question earlier, where does electricity come from or what are the sources of electricity? So class, from turbines, there is also generators, and then you have there the power station. So in simple words, in power station, this one, you can see or you can find the generators and turbines. And this is the reason why we have electricity. Okay? Again, in the power station, there are generators and turbines. Okay? And because of this, we have electricity. Moving on, you have here a picture of power station, pylons, the power pole, and then this is a picture of house. So class, from power station, this one, it goes to where the electricity goes to the pylons. And then from pylons, it goes to the power poles. Okay? And then from power poles, it goes to our houses, to the mall. Okay? That is why we got electricity. Again, it comes from the power station, from the power station. Now, where do power station get their energy to spin the turbines? So class, again, the turbines in the power station will spin, right? And where do power station get their energy to spin the turbines? So you have here the picture of power station, and again inside the power station there are a lot of turbines. As you can see in this picture, this is a turbine, one turbine only. If it's many, you can say turbines. That's actually water going through, and the turbine is spinning. And after that, it goes to the generator, and the generator has electricity. Now, there are two types of energy sources that can create electricity or that can make electricity. One is renewable energy sources. So there are four. There are four renewable energy sources. You have one, sun, wind, running water, geothermal energy. So there are four. Class, when you say renewable energy sources, those are that can be used over and over again. So there are many supply, there are many amounts of this type of energy. Like the sun, sun is everywhere, wind is everywhere, running water is everywhere too. Also geothermal energy. By the way, I'm going to discuss to you what is geothermal energy later on. Okay, we will be discussing geothermal energy as we go on to our lesson. Now, class, if you have renewable energy sources, we also have non-renewable energy sources. Okay, it's like opposite, but let's look at the meaning. Examples of non-renewable energy sources are coal, natural gas, and petrol. Okay, these three are examples of non-renewable energy sources. Then what is the meaning of non-renewable energy sources? When you say non-renewable energy sources, are those being used faster than they can be replaced. Okay, so like the coal we can use it, uh, we will use it faster, and that is why it is called non-renewable energy sources. So class, when you say renewable energy sources, it's like unlimited, and when you say non-renewable, it's limited. Again, renewable, unlimited, non-renewable, limited. All right. So I'm going to present pictures of renewable energy sources, and we will see where they get their energy from. For example, this is an example of solar panels. Solar panels get the energy from the sun, because when you say solar, it means sun. Okay, again, this is an example of renewable energy sources. Next, this picture shows, right, it is an example of windmill or wind farm. Now, windmills get the energy from the wind. So it's very obvious from the name itself, windmill or windmills get the energy from the wind. Another example is this one. This is an example of hydroelectric power stations. And hydroelectric power stations get the energy from the running water. Because when you say hydro, it means running water. Hydroelectric power stations. Last one for renewable energy sources. In this picture, you can see the land, it explodes, right? And this one is a power station. Class, this is an example of geothermal power station. And geothermal power stations get the energy from deep inside the earth. And to define geothermal, it means the heat from deep inside the earth or the earth. Okay, that's why it's called geothermal power station. Now let's move on to non-renewable energy sources. Example is coal. Okay, you know already this one. This is an example. This picture shows coal, the black one. This is coal. This is an example of non-renewable renewable energy sources. Another example is natural gas. This one. This is an example of natural gas. Like we use this one when we cook our food, when we heat water, right? Another one is this one. This is what we call petrol. We use this one to make our cars, motorcycle move. Okay, this is an example of petrol. Now class, coal, natural gas, and petrol are examples of fossil fuels. Okay, when teacher will ask, what are examples of fossil fuels? Then you will say, teacher, coal, natural gas, and petrol. Those are examples of fossil fuels. Now class, I will present some pictures and tell me if it is renewable or non-renewable. Okay, let's start. First picture is this one. Right, this is non-renewable. And this is petrol. Non-renewable. And this is petrol. How about this? This is non-renewable too. And this is natural gas. How about this one? Right. This in this picture there is sun, and this is an example. Sun is an example of renewable energy sources. How about this? There is wind in this picture, and this is an example of renewable energy sources. How about this? This is running water. Right, this is renewable energy sources. Oh, how about this? This is coal. Right, this is non-renewable energy sources. And this one, heat from deep inside the earth, renewable energy sources. Alright class, for your homework, you're going to answer your workbook on page 69, 70, and 71. It is about this lesson. And to give you an idea what to do, for page 69, follow this example. You have there the choices, or the instruction will be fill in the blank. You have there many blanks. For number one, I answered it already. You have there 4 choices: renewable, non-renewable, energy, fossil fuels, wind. I give you number 1 already. Energy sources are things that give out energy. The answer is energy. For letter B, tick, put a check mark. Put a check mark if it is renewable energy sources. Renewable, you can use it over and over again. For example, this picture, it shows like there is wind, so I put a check mark. Okay. All right, let's go to page 70. Name the different types of power stations, then write the correct energy source for each power station. We discussed this one already. You can check back on the previous discussion. Okay, you can play this video again. This picture number 1, the type is fossil fueled power station, and energy source is fossil fuels. Class, for this exercise, you can use your textbook. Okay, you can use your textbook. That is chapter 6 about electricity. Now, for page 71, it's uh, yeah, example or letter D. Circle the object that need electricity to operate. I'll give you example. You have this one. This is a fridge. It uses electricity to operate or to work, right? So that is an example. For letter E, underline the correct answers. Okay, you have there two choices. Example number one, non-renewable energy sources are used slower, faster than they can be replaced. Oh, we discussed it already. Right, the answer is faster. Underline the correct answer. Underline faster. You got it? Alright, it's time to do your homework. But before that, thank you so much for listening. Stay safe always. See you again on Friday. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.